Hello friends, today I'm coming to you with another installment of how I'm preparing my yearly setups. I'll show you some of the things I've already completed and we'll do a few easy setups together. The first one I want to show you is a prepared and on time log. This is mostly to gather information for my being more prepared and on time this year. I have set something like this up previously, but I wasn't very successful with actually coming in here and using the log. So for each of these boxes, there'll be some spots where I will be putting in the date, the event that I'm going to, the time that I'm supposed to be there, what the actual time was that I was there, and then based on that, whether I was on time or not, here I would write a few sentences about why I was on time or why I was late. And then on the bottom, I'll leave one line here at the end to make sure that I write in what I would do next time. So let's say I was on time, a little description here of what I did to be sure to be on time, and what I would do next time to make sure that I'm on time again. So what really worked, for example, or if I was late, what happened? Did I leave something to the last minute? Whatever the circumstances were that I think caused me to be late. And then on the bottom would be what I can do or avoid doing next time to prevent that from happening. So there's space for multiple boxes here for multiple events. And as soon as I have something come up where I think this will be useful, I will use one of these boxes. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this little box here in the middle is going to be for a ranking, a score of a 1 to 10, how well I did with that particular event. I haven't really had any events that I thought could benefit from tracking. I don't really have anything filled in yet, but I will be using this in the future as things come up. Okay, now flipping back to another page, I have my little post-it notes here as guides of what I want to use the pages for. So this page I want to devote to coming up with steps and making notes for a certification that I want to pursue. I don't have much to fill in on this page and it's not going to have anything elaborate. So I'll show you one of my very favorite, very simple ways to designate a page to a specific goal. And again, we're going to try and use a few of the stickers from that sticker sheet that I am trying to use up. Okay, and that's it. That's all this page needs. I'm leaving myself all the space for notes as I start researching and looking up what the requirements are, deadlines, forms, things like that, fees, everything that's going to go along with this. I'll be able to just make notes here. And then if I want to break it down into steps, I can also just do that anywhere on the page to kind of figure out what steps I need to take to achieve this goal if I want to obtain this certification. Like I said, very easy, but I have a ready page for when I need to work on that. Okay, another way I'm going to use that very simple setup is on this 2-page spread here, where I want to leave myself some space to take notes and document the 2 new skills that I want to obtain this year. I can always fix that a little later on when I get my face closer to the page and have a better view without blocking the camera. For now, this is fine. These pages are meant to be used and to be practical. If anything, I can high five myself that I'm not trying to be perfect. And here I'm just going to give myself a 1 and a 2 because my goal is to have 2 new skills. So I generally assume this side of the page will be for skill 1 and this side of the page will be for skill 2. And again, this is for notes, learning materials, actual materials that I might need, things like that. The only thing I'm going to add to this page is just a little box here in the corner, and you'll see that repeated in other pages as well, where I'm going to have an area, a key for ideas. Because at this point, I'm not sure what new skills I want to get. Okay, and here it is. Another yearly spread is ready. It's going to be very simple. I have my space for ideas. As you can see, I've started putting things in, and I'll take some time to brainstorm and add other things that I could potentially want to learn this year. If I should have so many ideas that I run out of room here, I can always add another box on this side just so I'm not taking away too much room from one of the skills and the notes on that. These ideas are also great for other things that I might want to do throughout the year or things for next year that I may want to incorporate. Okay, let's do another quick page. All right, and finally, I'll prepare this 2-page spread where I want to make notes on the 6 books that I want to read throughout the year. For this spread, I'm working on creating 6 equal boxes for each of the books. If I want to take any notes or write a little summary, as well as a rating. So I just counted out my boxes and confirmed with my ruler that I have the right spacing. I'll leave a little room here for the title and a little room here for book ideas. All right, guys, here is this particular setup all done. This will allow me to track the 6 books that I want to read throughout the year that will help me improve my life. I have a spot for each of the books where I can write in the title and my notes on the book or a little description. We'll see how that goes. And I have a little spot to rate these books out of 5 stars. I also have a spot here on the bottom where I can jot down any ideas of books that I come across. I'm not leaving myself a lot of space because I know I'll probably be getting a lot of ideas and noting those on my phone with just screenshots or links, things like that. And then I'll be filtering those out. But whichever ones I filtered that I'm actually interested in, those I could list here as ideas. And then I can use them for one of my books. And I'll have a little space with ideas for next year or for more books if I want to do more than 6. So again, this is not a complicated spread, just a ruler. I used my stencil for the stars, but honestly, if I didn't have that stencil to make life really easy, I would just go in and freehand some stars once I'm rating each particular book. All right, there you have it. That's a few more of my yearly setups all done and ready to be used. Come back next Friday for a few more, and by the end of the month, I'll have all my yearly set up and ready to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.